What's going on out there? My Facebook friends, my Facebook family. It's been a long ride, and I got to talk to you today about something that I'm going through, and I think a lot of us are going through, and it's fucking bullshit. It's a strategy of the enemy, and I think it's something that we all got to work on together here in America. It's intellectual property and stealing from our sons. I think that what we have here is a great country with a lot of great people. And a lot of us have a lot more in terms of finance, in terms of education, than a lot of our other, fellows. And what we have here is this division that I got to get mine. I got to get my dick off. I got to get drunk tonight. It's my party. It's my life. Me. And they're cutting off the bat. They're saying, oh, this is my enemy over here. It's like, well, I agree that to a degree, but if you've got something to offer, if you're in the same industry, if you're in the same fucking corporate environment, the same sector, then you need to be working together. If you're not working together, you're not getting that group mentality, and therefore you're losing time. If you buy my book, Facing the Storm, I talk about the time wall principle. Unfortunately, I'm in this battle right now with YouTube, $40 billion company. They're stifling people out, and they're using the time wall principle in an offensive way. Now, you say, well, how are they able to use this in an offensive way? Well, they're dragging out the time. So the more time that they spend bitching and tearing each other apart, less time is being devoted towards actually getting some work done. So it turns into, a dick contest, and you have people like me and the real roots, the real entrepreneurs that are getting thrown under the bus. They look down on people because their color of their skin or their woman, or in my case, I take it to a finer degree. I can detect cognitive bias at a much finer degree. They may not like your style. They may not like your political preference. Or I've seen the most insidious case, some of these, I love God, I love Jesus, but some of the fucking Jesus freaks out there, if you listen to devil music, they're not gonna deal with you. I had one person tell me, they found out that I liked heavy metal. They said, I can't like somebody my God doesn't like. I'm like, okay, would you like to go to work now? So, I went to the store the other day. There was one person in there, one motherfucker. I was like, hey, can I go to work? It's like, well, we can't have long hairs. We can't have crazy people. We can't have felons. It's like, we can't have people that got caught with a bag of weed 10 years ago. It's like, okay. If you're looking for reasons not to work together, then why don't you just start a civil war and just tear yourselves apart? Because I'm to the point where I'm sticking my neck out for motherfuckers, and they don't even have the intellectual capacity to understand what I'm trying to say. In the words of Jim Rohn, they got rickets of the mind. Their cognitive abilities are directly the result of everything they fed themselves, which is pretty much pork rinds and reruns of Family Guy. I mean, these people don't have any sophistication. I mean, they're squidbillies. They're squidbillies, and they're dragging America down. And I feel like, hey, if you don't want to get with the fucking program, don't get mad when you get ran down. Don't get mad when you get ran down. So I don't really want to get on a political tangent. I just figured people want to know why. Terry, what happened to the money? What happened to the dream? It's like 5 years I spent on this shit. And we have a faceless coward, literally a faceless coward. I mean, she has a face, but she makes $450 million a year, the CEO of YouTube. $450 million a year, and can't even check her own YouTube. I'll tell you a good CEO. I like the T-Mobile CEO. All he does is T-Mobile. He wears T-Mobile. He talks live like this. This motherfucker's nowhere to be found. $450 million, and you can't find a way to approve your motherfuckers that have actually earned the monetization. And guess what? It takes them about 3 months to get back to you to tell you no. You got to try again. That's time wall principle. That's bias. They're using it in an offensive way, and it's financial slavery. It's like chattel slavery. And most people, they don't even know what these fucking words mean. They're too stupid, and they don't have the goddamn initiative to go forward. And, they've got that cross so far stuck up their ass that they can't see straight. They've got that cognitive bias, those goggles on. And, that's one of the reasons why I still have long hair. I don't give a fuck about hair. I've been bald, I've been hairy. It don't make a fuck. They're always going to find a way to make you the target, and they're going to find a way not to work. So those are real KPIs if you really want to find out who's really going and who's really slow. And like I said, the slow are going to need to go, because if they're not working together, they're working against each other. That's not going to fly. That's not going to fly. 2020 to 2030 is going to be the most defining point in human history, possibly. And that rusty, dusty old bullshit's not going to fly. And, it's just not going to fly. Same with that lack of ethics, lack of honor. If you can't, ride by your country, support your fucking country, support your president, support the nation that you're in, I cut it to the quick. I'll cut you to the quick. I've got some really, tough issues that I've got to fight on. And, like I said, nobody really listens. They emphasize censorship. And when somebody tries to censor you, you automatically know they're pretty much in the wrong, because they're not willing to come to the table. They're not willing to put it on the line. So therefore, you got to go after them. But that's all I got for you guys today. Don't forget to check out my YouTube, Terry Tyler from Tupelo, and take it easy.